So, um, to recap, because, uh, I'm also trying to remember myself. So you guys went into a tavern. You all got together. Finally, the barkeep himself, pulled you all together in there, and unfortunately and randomly put you as a group, without your consent, and put
Fortunately.
unfortunately, put a what you all think is a bounty of some sort or some type of quote unquote quest in front of you. And you have all been sent as an adventure group, in the city down into the sewers. You guys are slowly learning who you are and or who each other is. It's a weird sentence. Who you is, yeah.
Who is you?
And he pointed you in the direction to kind of get this going. You asked or I'm sorry, not the barkeep. You guys walked out because the barkeep was saying that you would have to pay for information, and no one wanted to do that. So you guys walked out using your brains. You talked to a guard when you guys walked outside to get information, and he told you a good place to start, which was basically going into the sewers. You guys went in there. You guys discussed if you wanted to drop down into a manhole or take the ladder down. Some of you had other ways of doing it.
Did he say a catchy one-liner? Was he like, "Oh, if you want to catch that guy on that bounty, you'll have to get your hands dirty," and then pointed us directly into the sewers?
The guard did not, but
he was super nice about it, super polite.
I'm sure you guys will meet someone that'll do that.
Sorry, I don't know why that came to mind. I was like, why wasn't that? Because I knew you didn't do that last time. That would have been so funny. Sorry.
You guys got into the sewer, down the manhole, or not the ladder. I apologize. Some of you use certain ways of getting down. Most of you just use the ladder. And upon arrival, you guys noticed that the sewer is actually pretty decently large. Came across some bones. As you guys started to walk, you came in contact with these rats that have been acting very strangely. You guys are trying to figure out what's going on, trying to interact with stuff. You guys sort of interacted with the first door you came across, but didn't do much. And now you guys are moving ahead a little bit more into the sewers. You guys figured out what the light source is like down here. And now the party has kind of split up into the sewers as everyone is trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So, with that, we zoom back in to Divination and Desecration, and let's see what you guys do. So,
how long would it have been since I cast a light on Bosco's boot?
I would say by now you would see it starting to fade out. You guys have spent a pretty decent amount of time in here trying to figure out what's going on and talking to each other. So, I'd say roughly an hour.
Okay. If it's been an hour, then it has gone out.
It's it's like your indicator that it's been an hour. You see it starting to go out.
Okay.
Alright, go ahead.
Instead of recasting light on Bosco's shoe, I'm just gonna take my dagger and cast light on it, and it will begin to glow a kind of purplish light.
Actually, when you go to cast light on your dagger, it does not attach.
Oh.
And you just hear noises of shadows. And you just hear and the light doesn't go on.
That is actually fair. Well, in that case, I'll just place a hand on Bosco's shoulder, and his shirt is now glowing.
And just to note, Zaja and Bosco, you see, because you're standing next to him, when he goes to put his hand on the dagger, you see him try something, and you see a purplish black spark come from his hand. But like nothing else, nothing happens. You guys just see that, and then all of a sudden he turns to you, Bosco, and goes to put light on your shirt.
Having magic dysfunction?
Something like that.
Okay, Bosco,
Well, I
your
guess
shirt
you're
is lit up.
commentary about that.
And alright, Nath, you are up here in the hallway currently looking at a rat. You guys are dealing with whatever guys is doing. And Oliver and Ash, you guys had walked down the sewerway and are now confronted with 2 doors in front of you and a rat on one hallway. What do you guys want to do?
Fast. Sorry. In half an hour, I need to take a little break. My brother's opening his mission call, so I'm gonna join the Zoom for just a minute to watch him open that. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You can take a break at that moment.
Sorry.
What do we see? Wait, what do we see? Do we still just see this one rat?
Yeah. So currently, you guys, last we did this, you guys heard a cacophony of just noises throughout the sewers, like a lot of screeching and whatnot. And right now you just see the one rat right here. Whoops, looking at you. Because you had waved at it and stuff. It's been tracking your hand movement with its head, and it's just staring at you.
And then what do I see in this area to the left of us, if
Nothing.
anything?
Right now you see nothing in this hallway. But with your 120 feet of dark vision, you do see some ways down, like over here, roughly. There's like an opening. That just like leads into essentially darkness.
I guess. Sorry. Is this door to my left locked?
Do you go up and check it?
Right
now you guys you can't tell with the oh yeah, I'm sorry. The you can't tell just looking at it like what it is. It's just a gate. So the only way to check is if you walk up and shake it or do something to it.
Would it be safe to say I'm wearing gloves?
Hmm.
With
It's your
leather
character.
armor?
Do you think Oliver would be wearing gloves?
I feel like Oliver would be wearing gloves, considering what he does.
I'll allow it. I'll say with your leather armor and based off your backstory, he would probably be wearing gloves down here. Sure.
Okay. Would they be like leather gloves or just like cloth gloves?
They would probably just be like thin leather gloves. Because I mean, you still have to like work with stuff, but
Yeah.
it's not like anything crazy.
Okay. In that case, I'll just walk up and I'll try to see if it's locked.
All right, here. No, I'm just kidding. You walk up, and you like I guess go to shake it. Is that what you do? You just try and open it, or
Just like pull and push it.
yeah? So you go to do that, and you just it just sits there. It's locked.
Do I see the like locking mechanism?
You do. You see a little about halfway down. You see a little keyhole, but the lock itself is not at the keyhole.
I
Upon
see where the lock is.
Yep. Upon closer inspection, you notice that the keyhole where typical locks are, the lock itself is not in line with the key. It actually goes up. There's one that goes up in the top corner, and then one at the bottom right corner. It looks like there's 2 locks that may or may not be connected to the one keyhole.
Okay. Then I'll look at Ash and I'll be like, well, I don't think anything we can do here, unless you have a way to get through locks.
Don't.
So let's go back with the rest of the group. I'd rather not
Yeah.
get caught out by any rats we don't know about or don't fully understand.
Yeah, let's just go back with the rest of the group.
I will just walk back towards where Gallus, Sajar, and Bosco.
Before you guys leave, can you both roll me a perception check, please?
Okay. Do you remember how to do that, Haley? It's one of the skills in the middle of your.
Send them. Yeah.
So you just click on the number
11.
13.
Okay. Oliver, as you two start to walk back, when you get about, I'd say like here, you'll hear some skittering to your left. And when you like look in your peripheral, you'll see that rat has now moved up to the gate instead of way in the back and is staring at you, watching you guys like walk away.
I'll turn back around, or I'll stop, and I'll kind of like not even motion to Ash. I'll just let her keep walking, and I'll examine the rat. I want to see if it does anything different now.
So you are you making like eye contact with it? You just looking at it?
I'm gonna make eye contact with it.
Okay. Give me a, what would this be under? Give me a investigation or nature check, whichever you feel is
I'll do
right.
Nature. I feel like I was gonna ask if I would do a nature check for it instead of. Yeah, I rolled a 15.
Okay. With that and your background knowledge of, studying constantly and being in the college, you can kind of put together that this looks like a giant rat, essentially. It's bigger than normal rats, in the sense that this one kind of, you would know that the giant rats are leaders of like rat packs. But there's something off about this one. This one is specifically like staring through you instead of at you, and it doesn't seem like the giant rat is a giant rat, if that makes sense. Like there's a hint of intelligence staring at this thing that a giant rat shouldn't have.
But it still looks like it's not like even looking at me.
Yeah, it's not looking at you. Like you meet eye contact with it, and it's not looking at you. It's looking like you don't exist, like through you. But it's weird. It's still watching what you do.
I wanna, if you let,
You can certainly try.
try to make sure I
Touch it.
understand this. Trying to think what I want to do. So I'm wanting to use Druid Craft. It just like lets you do a bunch of different effects. It's like a cantrip. Thinking of what I could do. Well, I mean, one of the things is I can like make something that'll be dependent on what the next like the following days like weather is gonna be like. So it'll change it, so it can look like a golden orb for clear skies, a cloud of rain, falling snowflakes for snow, or so on. So like I want to do that right next to the rat, and see what its reaction is like, and I guess what the weather's gonna be like tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, that's certainly a thing. Let me read if is it specific? Oh, so it's
says it
just whatever.
changes depending on what the weather is the next day. I don't know if that's like really important or anything, but
Well, for flavor, I mean, it definitely adds something. So
To see what the weather is like.
when
in
you
this
guys had come down here, it was a nice sunny day. As you go to cast this, Oliver, and make this a little effect next to it, if you want to describe how it would look for Oliver, I mean, if you want to make it a cloud or whatever, but the Druidcraft would essentially know that in the next 24 hours it's going to start raining for tomorrow. But how do you want to make this look?
So I would pretty much just want it to look kind of like the globe, like how it could have been like a globe of gold. I'll just make it like a globe of like, essentially it'll look like a thunderstorm locked in like a glass container, like a glass sphere or something, in front of the rat. Just to see if it like reacts to it or anything.
Okay, you go to cast this cantrip, and then this orb appears right next to it of like a thunderstorm. And in your head, you're like, okay, neat, it's gonna rain tomorrow. And as the orb appears next to this rat, you see the rat's head with unnatural speed whip at to the gold orb that you just created, and then try and bite it. And when it goes to bite it, you see it just whiff right through the orb, and then it just stares for a second, and then it whips its head back at you and just stares at you.
I guess I will go ahead and I will turn and walk back to everyone else.
Okay. So
I'm now with
back to the group. You see Ash and Oliver. Well, Ash appears from the hallway, and then after a little bit of time, you see Oliver following behind. And you guys know that Nath had gone forward and turned a corner, and is like standing at the intersection of the corner and the hallway to the right, and where you guys are heading right now.
Nath is gonna move 1 square forward again.
Okay. As you move forward, you see the rat's head, just the same thing. Well, you wouldn't know, but it's like it's looking through you and not at you. But it is watching your movement.
I'm going to use my bonus action to give myself temporary hit points using my Artificer feature.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk 3 spaces forward now.
I want to say something, but I'm also gonna just wait to see what happens.
As you walk forward, and every time you get closer, you can see like its hand twitch for a second. When you get super close to this Nath, you can see it's sitting like on its back feet, and it's sitting straight up with its arms in front of its like chest, curled, and right where its hands are, actually, you notice a like almost like a slit between the hands where it's sitting, and it's just staring at you.
Okay, I'll move 1 space forward again. And this time, I'm going to go down on 1 knee. I'm going to put 1 hand forward as to, like, let it get into my hand.
Okay. The second you put your hand out with unnatural speed, this rat is going to make a bite at it. And let me roll real quick.
Now that we've seen what's happened, it just makes me think about how, before we even started playing, Tag was like, yeah, you guys can totally easily die if you, like, do
Do something
certain
stupid.
things. Yeah. Like go pet a giant rat by yourselves.
It's just a rat. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just a rat, guys.
Look,
Yeah.
if
Just
Nath
a rat.
dies, all I'm saying is if Nath dies,
Dude,
It's over.
I'm not gonna die. I'm smart.
does an
It'll
18
really-
hit?
Yes, it does. No.
Okay.
Someone's
man.
gonna get a disease.
Let me roll for some damage.
oh, did you guys like how?
And it
how-
top rolled. So you take 8 piercing damage. And when you get bit by this massive rat, as your blood trickles when it takes a bite, you'll see the blood almost like when it starts to fall from the mouth, it like gets sucked into the slit of the rat. And then as it does that, it immediately tries to run off into the rat hole that's next to it. So if you want to take an opportunity attack or let it go, now would be the
Take an
opportunity.
opportunity attack on this little bastard. I'm gonna go, and I'm just punch
Trying
him.
to make friends with the rats and all of
reflexively.
you. All of you are determined to just fuck
Does
that
an
up for me.
18 hit?
An 18 does hit, yes.
It is a rat.
Yeah.
I deal 6 damage.
Okay. As you do that, when you go to, what are you using your hand, or are you using a weapon?
I guess my hand, technically, because I have gauntlets.
Okay. That was weird. Something didn't show up there. As you go to hit this thing, when you hit it, it lets out a really loud and you guys down the hall hear this just immense screech come from around the corner where Nath was. But it does get away. It does get into the rat hole. And there you are, Nath, just sitting there after hearing that loud screech. It did look like it almost you almost got it, but it did get away.
I'll
While
just sit down here.
while he was like moving closer and all that stuff, I would have been walking towards the last place I saw him. So where would I have been when that scream from the rat came out?
I would say while during that time when he had walked, you would probably be like right at the corner if you were walking forward.
Okay.
You would be like right there, but you would see the rat like going into the hole. You wouldn't have seen anything before that.
Okay.
So you would see it going into the hole and hear the screech at the same time.
From where I am, would I see Nath injured at all, or no?
Just a little rat bite.
Let me see. You do have dark vision, and you do have a light source next to you. I'll say because Nath would be facing this way towards where it happened, you would not see him currently. You would just see his back, unless Nath turned around.
Oh, I said that after I, punched it. I was like, ah, damn it, and I just sat down against the wall.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you would see him sitting down on the wall then, instead of his back. I apologize.
Nath, what was that? What was that sound? It sounded like it came from over here.
I punched a rat
Why?
because it bit me.
Fair, I guess. I probably would have done the same. Where did the rat go?
It went in that hole, but I noticed something when it bit me. It like once I drew blood, the blood went inside of the rat. Not like it drank it, but like it was absorbed by it.
While we're talking, I would have been walking up closer to him. What do you mean, like absorbed by it? Like through its skin, or?
Earlier while I was looking at it, it had its wrist split open, and that's where the blood went. it went into its wrist.
No, it didn't go into its wrist. Just to clarify,
Oh.
its hands or wrists were sitting atop, like a slit on the chest, and that's the blood got absorbed into the chest between the hands.
It got absorbed into the chest, I mean.
You don't think it's gonna use it for like some voodoo shit?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I'm not sure where well, I know the rest of the group is back there, but do you want to keep moving forward, see what we can find?
Yeah, since I already know where they are, I can just... And I pull up a rock, and it's like, I can message them later.
Okay.
While this conversation is happening, what is the rest of the group doing?
I want to go up after him and be like, hey, what the hell was that noise?
I punched a rat.
You punched a rat? I'm trying to
Yeah.
make friends with them!
It bit me.
Probably because you were trying to stab it too, weren't you?
I don't use
wasn't even
knives.
here during the time of this happening.
Yeah, but I can see your effect here. Ah,
Fair enough, I guess.
I'm trying to be friendly and not get hunted down by rats, but all of you are trying to screw that up. Don't blame me when they're nibbling on your bones.
Didn't plan on...
Nibbling on me.
I didn't plan on blaming you, but I mean, they're gonna go for anyone. They're probably gonna go with the person that's glowing.
Hey, I've been nice to them.
Yeah, but I mean, with the whole glowing shirt, you're kind of a target, which is totally not part. Anyway, is the rest of the party coming with, or are they? What are they doing right now?
I
Can
would
you see them,
probably
Bosco?
go.
Yeah, I'd go up with you guys.
Rustic, are you going with the group as well? Are you moving up?
No man left behind.
No child left behind.
We're not children.
Rustic, you muted if you're still there.
Yeah, sorry, I
Alright,
couldn't
There you
find
go.
it.
There you go.
I was like, yeah, I'd go with, and then also like, oh shit, I think it's muted. Oh shit. Oh God. Yes, I
Okay.
would go with.
All right. As you guys are starting to walk up, while Nath is sitting here leaning on the wall, you guys do see down this hallway. There's 3 doors now. One you can see through, and then there's one on that what looks like a corner that leads down 2 corridors.
I'm gonna walk up to the doors, and see if they're all locked.
I'll join with.
Okay. Which are you guys checking doors together, or when we'll do guys first? Which door do you check, guys? Which gate?
I'm gonna check this one right here.
Okay. As you go to check it, give it a shake, and it makes the same noise. You'll see a keyhole down at the bottom, or in the middle of the bottom, like the bottom, halfway through that. Okay, I don't know why I keep saying bottom. Halfway down, you'll see a keyhole. But when you go to look at it, the lock isn't in line with the keyhole. You do see that there is a lock, one lock in the top right, and then one lock in the bottom right of the door.
Can I try to pick the middle one?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check. And do you have a thieves tool?
Yes, I do have these tools.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me a Are you proficient with them? Is actually probably better question, I should say.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I think I actually have an expertise in them.
Oh, even better. So then, go ahead, give me a sleight of hand check and add your proficiency and your dexterity modifiers, please.
Okay. That is a nat 20.
Dude.
I'm not even gonna bother adding.
Like,
I think that's good.
Yeah, like butter. Nath, as you're looking at the gates, all you hear is and like without even thinking, guys, it's just like second nature. I mean, easy money. You see the two locks snap into the gate, and the door is unlocked. Or the gate.
Would Nath have checked any of the other ones while I was doing this?
I would probably check that one.
Yep, so you check this one. And when you check that one, you go to you pull and nothing happens, but when you push, you hear and the gate slowly opens with you. So I would say as you open this gate, that's when Gaius behind you finishes the lock picking and you hear the two locks snap into the other gate.
Worked like a charm. I'll slip the thieves' tools back into my pocket. Is that gate yep, it is unlocked. Do we want to check this last one? Check our options.
Can I walk up and next to them and see what's down the hallways?
Yep. Which hallway do you want to look? I guess I'll just describe all of them, because you can see through all the gates, so it doesn't matter. Down this way, you see a room that comes up pretty short. It's a small room, and there are some light sources in there. And there are some odd shapes that you can see, but you can't quite make out what it is. Down the way that Nath was opening, it's just a long corridor with a couple light sources, and then to the right, almost abruptly, like where this, I'm gonna say above table where the map cuts off, it's just darkness. That's all you see forward. It's almost like you see an opening to the right.
Like if an eye can't see anything, it's just dark.
Yeah.
Or is it just nothing?
With your current sight, actually you would see one light source. I would say about 50 feet down. You would see a singular light source affixed to something, but you don't know what the shape is.
Well, I would kind of because Gaius just unlocked the door to the north, right?
Correct.
Of us.
He didn't open it.
Well, I'll walk up to Gaius and kind of motion forward and be like, "Shall we?"
I'll swing open the door. I guess we shall. Does anyone want to check that other open one?
What if they're locked for a reason?
I mean, if they're locked for a reason, we can just, take care of whatever's on the other side.
Guess.
I can, once again, as I mentioned earlier, always go ahead and sneak around.
So,
if we wanted.
Yeah, what's everyone thinking? Should we do a little splitting, see, cover more ground, see if we can't find this guy faster?
I think we should stick together.
I think we should stick together too.
Definitely not leaving you two alone.
Who two?
Gaius and Nath, because they're definitely going to go on a rat killing spree and definitely get all of us just die in a swarm of rats like a tsunami.
Only if it's needed. Okay, well, pick up way we go.
Okay.
In that case, I will, open the door to the north and I will.
Guys already opened it.
I will.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, fuck you.
I'll kind of like do what I did then earlier and be like, yep, lead the way. Let's go this way.
I lead the way? I mean, why can't we have the glowing halfling lead the way?
Yeah,
I'll be like,
naturally.
actually,
of course.
good point. What is everyone proficient at?
Definitely not stealth.
Well, I'm good at stealth.
Same.
I have
Investigate
disadvantage.
What is disadvantage?
Are you talking in
Yeah, of
character?
course.
I don't know
I
what's
was talking-
happening right now.
I was talking in character whenever I said, what is everyone proficient at?
Oh. Well, I'm pretty proficient in assassinations.
So like a sneak thief,
I wouldn't say thief, but yeah.
like a spider. Oh wait, no,
No.
I gotta go like an
Those-
owl in the night, huh? I'll like ruffle my feathers.
I'm gonna walk down the hallway.
I'll follow.
Okay, you guys see Gaius and Oliver start walking down the hallway.
I'll go too.
Okay.
Do rustic?
I'm also lucky.
Does everyone else follow?
I'll follow.
Okay, we'll say that with Rustic not being here, he follows. Assuming.
What about
Nah.
Nath?
Oh,
No,
he said he
why would I
follows.
follow?
You gonna go by yourself?
No, I'm gonna follow.
Nath
do you
gets
think I
mauled
would've
by rats.
noticed- Do you think I would have noticed that Nath was hurt by now? Just being around him.
Are you trying to hide your injury now?
Kinda, because I don't want to show my weakness.
Make
being
a
hit by a
perception
bat
check,
rat.
Oliver.
No, I mean, I wasn't like looking for it. My character wasn't. He was more interested on like the rats and the gates.
Oh,
So if he's trying to hide it, I don't think I would have noticed.
okay. Yeah, if you're casually looking, then no, you wouldn't notice it.
Alright. We'll just
Okie
walk down this hallway.
dokie. You guys don't have to move your tokens. We are gonna shift map. Whee! Alrighty, while we're at it, can everyone give me a perception roll, please?
What if I don't roll well? Can I re-roll for free?
Oh my.
I got a 6.
19.
Oh my goodness, late. I got a 9.
I got a 14. That's a lot of rats.
Ash over here with her
Oh
hands,
shoot! It's a rat.
her hands as binoculars.
shit.
Looking
It's
at
a
everything.
rat.
Ash and Bosco have the finger binoculars looking around the room.
Oof! Zaja don't see shit.
Oh, you're going to see the rat soon enough.
I think
Oh
they
my,
have
why
advantage
it's
on perception. Remember, because of the race?
Mmm.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I forgot about that.
They were
Alright,
like,
well,
Holy shit, that could have been bad.
that's a pretty good spread. So, you all see a bunch of rats. There's the large one at the back here. I don't know why it keeps making me draw. I don't want to do that. Yeah,
Why
there
don't
we
you
go.
just
So you see,
right-click?
so you see the rat, cause, so you see rats around the room. You see one gnawing on like a circular white something, and this is one of the larger rats. For those that haven't seen it, this is your first time seeing the large rat. And then you have a bunch of rats scattered, like smaller rats, throughout the room, gnawing on like what looks like white sticks. And they haven't noticed you yet, but that's what you guys see. Those with the higher ones, Bosco and Zaja, you guys see over here with one rat, there's a couple books on like a table. And you'll also see the rat that's over here on the ground. You'll see a book that's open, and you see the rat staring into the book.
That motherfucker learned.
Gaius and Ash, you guys see the light sources and stuff. You also see this rug over here. Like the corner of it is muffled or like bent over. There's a chair. Looks like it's been used occasionally. And then there's another chair here that does not look like it. It looks like it's just there. Like it's a piece of trash. And this is the room. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna turn to Bosco. You do not move. You will make so much noise.
Oh, wait.
So some of us,
I'm planning on making noise when I speak.
only the people that made the higher rolls saw the rats, right?
So the ones that made the highest rolls right now, which would be Bosco and Zajo, they're the only ones that noticed.
And me, I got a 19.
You don't. You
Oh.
didn't make the. You see the rug and the chair and the table, but specifically, Bosco and Zajo, you see a rat right here reading. What you think is reading. It's just looking into a book right now. And I forgot to I forgot Bosco is currently lit up like a Christmas tree. Bosco, if you could give me a stealth check. I forgot he was lit up like a tree.
Oh my gosh. No, not with
8.
disadvantage. That's the whole reason why he told him not to move.
Wow, I guess it was meant to be because they did not beat Nate.
Really?
I'm actually upset. So you think even though you're lit up like a tree, you hear guys say this, and you don't think they can see you.
I'm going to dismiss the light.
Okay. You are no longer lit up like a Christmas tree.
I'll just like look over and be like, "What? Why don't you guys need light to see?"
Do you whisper this, Oliver, or do you just say it?
I didn't see the rats, right?
Wait, did you even roll? Oh yeah, you did.
I rolled like a 9.
Yeah, you wouldn't see the rat specifically. You'd see like figures and stuff, but you wouldn't know that it's rats.
Oh, but I see like figures.
Yeah, you see like little.
You guys should consider yourself lucky. I was excited to flip
sliding around.
Then I would have whispered it.
I decided to flip a coin to see whether I would start loudly talking to them or not, and I rolled tails, so I'm not going to do that.
Like, if...
I will say actually, for everyone, you do see the rats, but you don't see specifics. You don't see what they're gnawing on or anything. But you do know there are rats in here, Oliver. Same thing with math.
After seeing the rat try to bite the cloud thing that I conjured up, I just wouldn't say anything then. Well, actually, I would kind of whisper to the group, and I would say, earlier, the rats showed signs of aggression. I don't know if we're able to do anything with them. They also don't really act like normal rats.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, or most of you. Earlier I saw a rat, and I tried to touch it. I know that's stupid, but I tried to touch it. It bit me, so I punched it.
Oh.
But I noticed something on the rat earlier. There was a large slit on its chest. And when it bit me, my blood got absorbed into that slit. It was strange.
Sounds like you deserved it for hitting a random rat.
Yeah, I didn't punch it until after it bit me.
Well, you were probably trying to grab it, weren't you?
No, I just stuck my hand out to let it, climb.
Well,
and it probably interpreted that as grabbing.
Why didn't you tell us that you got hurt? I could have healed your wounds.
Because it didn't hurt that much.
Let me see.
Out of character. I don't like how when Nath mentioned that he punched Rat, Tag went, ooh. Or, oh.
Continue.
While they're talking, can I try to sneak over to that rug over there to investigate it?
Oh, if you want to, yeah. I'll
It's
say
more like I'm not trying to sneak away from them. It's just me trying to be quiet.
I will say, because right now this rat right here is technically looking this way, with what he's doing. So if you wanted to, we could say you could move halfway and then roll a stealth check, see if you can get away with it. But you wouldn't be able to walk all the way straight to the rug without being noticed or trying to stealth.
Okay, yeah, I'll walk halfway.
Okay, I would say put yourself like right in these 4 squares somewhere if you want. And then give me a stealth check.
Just a flat one.
You don't have a proficiency or anything, do you?
Oh, nat 20 again.
Like a shadow in the winds. You guys see Gaius. Those that weren't doing anything, it almost looks like he just disappears into the shadows. And Gaius, you do notice that with this thing looking right here, and gnawing and whatnot, it doesn't even seem like it's noticed. And then this one, same thing, doesn't notice. So you make your way like a thief in the night all the way up to the rug.
Okay, and then I said I wanted to kind of investigate it, see if there's possibly anything hidden underneath it.
Go ahead and give me that roll.
Oh my god, another nat 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to refresh your page, dog.
Okay, yeah,
so
I'll
same
do
thing.
that.
With that, what's the total? 23. So this would be a perfect example of it is a nat 20, but we're still going with the flat roll. But you do look at it, you notice that there's a little like lip here. When you go to peel that back, I'll say your natural 20 on the stealth carries over into it. You go to peel that back very quietly, even though you know there's a giant rat literally just to the right of you. You notice that there's something hidden underneath here. When you peel it back, there's like a lump of dirt, and you'll see essentially like that rib cage you saw at the very beginning of the sewers. Only this one looks like essentially a full skeleton. Peeking through. It's like half a skeleton, but it's peeking up through the dirt.
Okay. I can't think of anything else to do for right now, so I'll let you go back to the rest of it.
All right, so you guys are having your conversation over here. Those that were paying attention, mostly Zaja and Ash, you guys see guys just disappear into the shadow. What are you guys doing?
It's gonna be like, you think he's okay?
Do I think who's okay?
He just disappeared.
Who? Oh crap! Where'd the guys go?
And at this point, you three that were talking to Nath about the whole rat thing now notice that Gaius he's just gone.
Oh, he's gonna go try to stab another rat, isn't he?
He actually never stabbed a rat. Actually,
He tried to.
he did. When?
In the
We're
back
knife at
of your
it.
mind, you'll just hear me saying, "No, I didn't."
Keep talking smack, and I'm gonna start yelling out loud. Yes, you did.
Well, should we wait? I feel like we should wait.
And as you
He's
say
probably not
that,
dead.
Oliver,
Great.
I will need you 5 to make a stealth check. Because, Oliver, as you say that, you see this giant rat that's gnawing on like some white circular thing start to turn around at you guys.
See how
I got a
this
1.
goes.
All right.
So I have
So-
disadvantage, and I rolled 8th both times.
What do you got?
Hey,
David, do you want to
Haley.
turn the light on?
Yeah, I think you actually roll with disadvantage, Haley.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
I don't think you can get worse than a 1.
Yes, you can.
All
It
right.
just has to be a negative. Yeah,
She doesn't have a modifier for it.
probably because Dex is at 0.
So, with that, The rat
Got
turns
my
around,
key.
and you guys see the rat turn around, and he's holding a white, almost looks like an orb. But as he turns around, you see his whole body just shift 180, and then he drops the orb and puts his hands to his chest. And when the orb drops, you guys see that it's an actual skull that he's been gnawing on. It looks like a humanoid-ish skull, but at that point, you guys hear, and the other 4 rats will grow, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Fuck's sake.
No! I wanted to say something.
What do you say?
Since I noticed, do I notice that they all noticed us?
Well, I mean, at this point, I guess for your moment, you would notice that the rat turned around, and at this point, he would drop the skull, and then whatever you need to say, I'll give it the opportunity at that point.
I just want to yell out, "Hello, friends! How are you all doing?"
Got a 9.
To try to diffuse the situation.
Perfect opportunity. You still hear the screech.
I'm gonna look back at them.
Oh,
What are they doing?
All right, going down the list. Haley, you said you had a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Bosco,
Well,
Gaius,
11.
Nath,
17.
Oliver,
7.
Zasha.
5.
5. Ooh.
Do
Yeah,
you
I was
do all
getting
of
there.
the enemies sharing the same initiative?
So for this one, you don't know.
Okay.
We don't know yet.
You don't know yet.
That's fair.
You don't know yet. But I will say that Nath, you are the first to go.
Okay. I just need to read something. Okay, it's 3. Okay. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile.
All right.
So are you doing it where I have to roll damage for all 3 dice, or do I just multiply it?
Well, we'll say if you target a single target, you'll just roll for all 3. But if you target separate ones, you have to roll like you're hitting each one independently.
Okay, okay. Well then I'm going to target this one, and also this one.
Okay. Go ahead and give me 3 different rolls. We'll start with the first one right here.
I rolled 5 first.
Oof.
Okay. Definitely looks extremely
Then I
bloody
rolled
from that
4,
hit. Okay. Same thing here. And then the third
and
one.
I rolled 2.
Okay. Your third one, after hitting the 2, the third one hits, and it kind of almost like, I don't want to say shunts, but it like clips it, and it just looks at you intently. Like you hit it, but the damage, you would expect this thing to like make a noise or something, but you just hit it, and it just uprights its body again.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna activate my defensive field again. And then I'm going to move.
You said you're going to move? Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Okay, I'll move there.
Okay.
Did you say that one of the ones he hit was bloodied?
Yeah, so the first one he hit is very bloodied, and same thing with the second one. But all together, they seem to get hit by this missile that you guys see Nath shoot out, and they get hit, but
Yeah.
there's no like screech or anything. You see them just get hit and then stand right back up, looking at you guys.
So since I'm an artificer, I'll explain my missile. Okay. You see me go into my pocket and just like pull out just some random objects, and then you see me just like pretty much push energy inside of it. You don't know where I have this energy, but then all of a sudden these objects just start lifting up and then just fly to their targets. That's my magic missile.
Okay.
Uh,
So next will actually be the giant ratu. So you'll see him stand up. I will say for right now, Gaius, because you rolled a natural 20, it doesn't notice you on initiative. For
Okay.
right now, but after this turn, it will. I'll say that
Yeah,
the
no,
rats
that's
don't. I'll say you have technically a surprise round.
Okay.
So you guys will see this rat with unnatural speed. That dropped the skull. Essentially walk straight up to here. And then just sit there, and it's staring at you, Nath. No noise, nothing. You just see the rat essentially go from here to here. And now you have a giant rat next to you.
Okay.
And that'll be it. Next in the initiative will be Bosco.
No. I wasn't wanting to fight, but I guess I have to.
You could do a Care Bear stare.
What you doing, Bosco?
No pressure.
Just don't die.
I'll be
I
honest,
should've
if you
been
guys
looking at
die here,
my spells
that'd
before, but I
be
was
surprising.
thinking about something else.
If I don't die here, that would be surprising. I'm gonna one-shot myself.
I'm gonna self-destruct.
I'm about to inflicting wounds myself.
I see the
Okay,
rats attacking. I immediately inflict wounds myself.
I am
Slots.
going to turn around and hit Ash with a heroism. So in the beginning of every one of her turns, she gets 3 temporary hit points.
Do you know what that means, Haley?
Nope.
So you see at the top of your character sheet, at the top right, where it says your current max health and then temporary hit points. You see at the top where it says hit points, in the top right, there's like a square, a rectangle where it's like heal, damage.
Yeah.
So at the very right of that, there's temporary hit points. So all you do is you click on that, and then you can change it to 3 at the beginning of each turn.
Oh wait, so don't do it right now.
Technically, no, because it's not your turn yet. But you will get it when it comes around.
Every time I go.
Yeah,
Yep.
until that spell ends, which I don't know what stops it.
Okay.
And you're also immune to fear if that comes up.
That's just like a status effect.
Yeah. And then... Okay. And then I also cast Spiritual Weapon.
Let's go.
These rats are a
I'm gonna
serious
drop it right there.
These rats are about to get destroyed.
And I'm going to attack.
Let's use all of our second level spell slots.
It's like you guys.
Do you guys have spells?
That's a 23.
That
Both
definitely hits.
Bosco and I are both clerics.
That's 11.
Yeah,
Max
that's-
damage. Nice.
Woo! Okay, you guys do see that. Do you want to describe your spiritual weapon? What does everyone see?
Oh, I hadn't put any thought into that. It's a giant-
Fuzzy dice.
It's just a big pool cue.
You guys see a pool cue just start to emerge in the space next to this giant rat. And then as it goes to attack, it swings with unnatural speed and slams into this giant rat.
Yeah, are you swinging into it or are you just hitting it like if it's a ball?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay. You guys see this thing
This was
form
like
as
the
if...
yeah. Punk. Punk.
You guys see this
That's
like cue
hilarious.
form as if someone is holding it, like they're actually playing pool, and then you see it shunt with unnatural speed into the rat. So you guys see this pool cue hit this rat, and again, same thing. This impact hits, and you see it like budge a bit, but then it just stands straight up, and it's continuously looking at Nath. No
Alive?
noise,
Oh, that's
nothing.
gone.
It's just there.
As the Oblivion guards used to say, "Why won't you die?"
All right. After Bosco is Gaius.
Okay. So I have, with my class features, Assassinate. I have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn into combat yet.
Mhm.
So if I target this creature here, would I have advantage? And also, would I have sneak attack?
Are you trying to throw your dagger? How are you gonna walk over to? Because you have 30 feet of
I'm
movement.
gonna throw my
so-
dagger.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw my dagger.
And what is the range on a dagger? I think it's 60 when you're throwing it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you can hit it.
You within range for sneak attack?
What was
What?
it?
Don't you have to be within range for sneak attack?
No,
I
it's
don't
only if you have
think-
advantage on the attack. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it says it could be like with bows or.
Once per turn, you can deal an extra 2d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack with a finesse or ranged weapon, if you
Oh,
have
okay.
advantage on the attack roll. Or if there's another, if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. That's if I don't need advantage. Okay,
So then,
so
yes,
I
with all
will-
that, yes, you get your feature and the sneak attack and everything. So
Okay. Roll 16.
16 hits.
Okay, and then damage, that is 7, and then what is it, 2d6?
This thing's dead.
He's
Like 5
dead.
damage
He's
made
dead.
it bloodied.
17 damage.
All right. Yeah, he's dead. So you guys see this. Well, actually, describe how you throw your dagger, sir. How do you want to do this?
So after hearing Bosco shout out, I would have turned around and everything would have started happening all at once. And seeing the dagger or the rat to the right of Nath, I would grab my dagger and just flip it out of the scabbard and throw it at the rat, nailing it right in the throat. And then almost as soon as it hits it and embeds into it, the dagger will dissipate into like a shadowy mist and return back into the scabbard.
Nice. And that rat is dead. And you guys notice this just dagger just like fly through the air and nail this rat. And when it hits, the rat obviously goes down. And then it's almost like its body was like stiff when it hit the ground. And then you see it relax slowly and fall into the ground. Gaius, as your dagger comes back into its sheath, in your head, you hear, "Yes, kill."
Inky.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of shake my head, trying to push that out of like the front of my mind.
All right. Anything else?
Um,
I think technically you still have bonus action and movement.
no, I used my bonus action to retrieve the dagger.
Oh, yeah, that's right, that's
no,
right.
I'll just stay where I'm at.
Okay. So next are the rats. So with super speed, you guys see these rats in one spot, and then they essentially just like appear in the next spot. So this one's gonna move here. This one's gonna move here. This one is gonna move over to. Spiritual weapons can be attacked, right?
No,
I don't think so, no.
they don't.
All right,
They
give
can't
me a. Let me do a roll. All right, it doesn't know. So you guys see this rat walk up to this pool cue and take a bite at it, and it just goes through the pool cue. And then when it notices that it can't hit this thing, you see that Oliver and everybody here just sees this thing shift its head, almost like an owl, 90 degrees, and look at you.
Hit me?
Yeah.
I caramba.
And then Nath, these two are going to try and bite you. And because pack tactics is a thing, they get advantage.
Damn it.
Damn it.
So this one is going to bite with a 13. Does a 13 hit?
No, I dodge it like a boxer.
Okay. Second one. That one did even worse, even with advantage. These guys. I mean, it's rats. It is what it is, I guess. So these
See
two.
me just start swerving,
Yeah.
jumping on my feet. I was like, yeah, can't touch this.
And with that, the rats.
Dun.
That will be their turn. When the turn ends, you guys just hear, yes, attack. And,
I like how sometimes it cuts out when you're making the weird
yeah, I know. I
noises.
noticed. All right, next is Ash.
All right, Haley. Do you remember a little bit about what you can do?
No.
So
I know I can breathe fire. That's about it.
yeah. You can also move 30 feet for free. You see on Owlbear?
Yeah.
See how all those boxes, there's all these boxes, each of those is 5 feet.
Okay.
So like you could move right here into this
can move.
box and then like right here and then like breathe fire on these two if you wanted. Because it won't do anything to his weapon, his spiritual weapon.
Okay.
So do you want to do that? Or do you want to
Yeah.
just attack one of them and save the
No,
fire?
I'll do the fire.
Okay. This is you can only use the fire like once per short rest, I believe. Yeah.
What is that?
So like each day we can essentially take 2 short rests, which is like an hour-long break, and we get some health back, some other stuff back, but we have to use a long rest to get most of our stuff back, like spells and whatnot.
Okay. Well, I'll do that fire.
All right, so do you want to move your character in this
I'll
spot?
go here to here. And then I blow my fire.
Okay, so it has an action once per short rest. Excel in a 15-foot cone. The rats need to make a con DC of 11. If they succeed, they take half damage. So Haley, you need to roll 2d6.
How do I do that?
Do you see where did it go? Oh,
Little
that's on
dice
your
above
page.
the
Do you
bottom
see
left.
the bottom left? In the bottom left corner, the little dice.
Oh, yeah.
You could
Click
do
on it,
you
and
could do
then-
the actions if she's using her breath weapon.
You might be able to. Yeah, I guess you can use the action for breath weapon. I just didn't see it because I can't do it. So do you see at the top where it says actions and it says breath weapon silver?
Yeah.
I think you should be able to just click on the damage for that. There should be like
The 2d6?
yeah.
With the snowflake icon.
and it'll just roll it.
I got a 9.
So now
Okay.
if they fail, they take 9 damage. If they succeed, they take 5.
Either way, you guys see Ash take a large inhale, and you see like this cold energy start to essentially materialize as it goes into her mouth and nose, and then with a very large gust of wind, she just lets out this huge cone of just cold, snowy material, essentially. Like she just created a blizzard from her mouth and nose, and it covers these 2 rats, and they both go down.
Haley, you killed 2 of them. You killed the big rat.
And when the big rat goes down, you guys hear a large screech like echo through the halls instead of in the room. You hear a loud screech, and then you just hear, "No, my pretty, no!"
Huh? Who said that?
Are we able to tell the direction that it came from? Like, did it originate from this room, or did it just echo through the halls?
You can tell it did not originate from the room. It just echoed from the halls behind you.
Okay.
Also, don't forget, Ash, that you get 3 temporary hit points.
But yeah.
I don't know if you have any bonus actions. Yeah, you don't. Okay. You can move more if you want, because you only moved 10 feet. So you can move next to these other rats. Since you have temporary hit points, you could go over there and hopefully they'll attack you instead of Nath. Because I don't think Nath. I don't know if Nath is a tank or not, but
Kinda, yeah.
You are a tank, Ash.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay. There's a tool on Owlbear that looks like a ruler, and you can like measure how many feet it is to something else, from one square to another. You just click and drag. You see that?
No.
So it's under the like tier. It's above the like teardrop looking thing on the right, next to the tokens. See at the top, there's like the hand.
Mm-hmm.
Go down, and you'll see like a ruler above, like a teardrop, and in between.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
The triangle thing.
So like what you do is you just click that, and then you click on the map, and then drag to somewhere else, and it'll show you how many feet are in between those two squares. But anyways, I think that's Ash's turn.
Okay. Next in line is Oliver.
All right, I'm going to look at the two rats that are next to Nath, and
Eat them.
I will. I'm trying to remember what my spellcasting focus is. It's. Where did I see that? Oh, it's an amulet. You're right. So that's what I thought it was. I'll grab the holy symbol that is around my neck, and then with the other hand, I'll almost make like the motion to like ring a bell, and you guys will for a second see like an ethereal bell appear, and I want to cast Toll of the Dead on both of them because as a brave cleric, that's what it's called. What I am. I have something that lets. So when the cleric casts a necromancy cantrip that normally targets only one creature, the spell can instead target two creatures within range and within 5 feet of each other. And Toll of the Dead is the necromancer cantrip that it's like one of the only ones I have, but it counts as one.
Yes, sir.
So I want to use on both of them. So they need to make I believe it's Constitution saving throws. Wisdom saving throws. Wisdom, sorry.
Okay.
And then if they'll take 1d8.
So the one that's bloodied will fail, and this one will also fail. They actually both fail. You said it was 13,
They both take 1 damage.
right? You said it was 13, right?
DC 13, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they both save. Or I'm sorry, both fail. They both fail. And the okay, so you're told that you said 1 damage.
Yeah.
So this one still up. It gets hit.
Dang.
And same thing with this one. They both get hit. This one looks extremely bloodied. And this one just looks like it just got hit and it's just there. But they are both still like engaged with Nath, and like nothing is going on. Like they have one job, and it's to get to Nath.
I mean, I was really rooting for that 12 damage. At least on. Oh wait, are they both damaged?
No.
That means the other one I need to roll D8 for, not a D12. I think, right? Because it's weird. Cause,
yeah.
Let me roll D8 for the other one then. That one was max damage. That's 8 damage.
Okay.
On the non-bloodied one.
Well, if that's the case, then this one dies.
Oh. Nice.
Okay. So Nath, you just see this like ethereal bell come out and essentially hit the two rats next to you. Or I don't even know. Does the bell hit them?
I ring a bell is what I'm imagining at, and then it almost like creates like, because it does necrotic damage. So I'm imagining it's almost like a sound wave that like reverberates around them and just like almost like decays them.
You see that, Nath?
So rat melts.
So you see this one
Picture
like
Stranger Things.
start to fully decay just in front of you, and then this one like it seems like it has the effect, but it's still trying to like get at you.
Seeing that one of them decays, I just look down at my feet. It's like, is this what I can do when I jump around? And I start jumping around even more.
Like a boxer.
Okay, at that point, Zasha, you're pulling up the rear with an extremely bloodied rat left.
Go Sasha. Go Sasha.
Step on it.
All the others are dead, right?
Correct.
Okay, just making sure. So. Okay, I can get to the extremely bloodied one. And I'm going to punch it. And karate chop it.
No. Not the poor bloodied, extremely bloodied rat.
Or I could smash it with my tusk, or my trunk. The 18.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
No.
And
Guys,
it does
you just
5
killed the
points
big
of
bad
damage.
evil.
All right, how do you want to do this?
I basically just squash it and go, ew!
Okay. Like stepping on a bug, you see it just literally
I need to clean
squash
my feet
under
now.
Zaja's feet.
She hates rats!
Okay, and to note, we will stay in initiative order. But technically, you guys think the fight is over. So, Zaja, is that all you want to do?
So it's dead. Let me just double check if I have.
I'm a little worried about that skeleton.
I'll mark this one red because you stomped it, just for my sake.
Yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else I could really do. Yeah, I'll stay there too.
Okay. So I will say, for talking purposes and whatnot, you guys can talk amongst yourself. But for now, actually, I'm gonna try something. I'll say we'll come back into initiative when I say so. But for now, you guys are free to move around and do what you want to do.
I want to go to the big rat.
Okay.
Ew! Someone! Claw! Oh god!
Just use one of the books over there.
I'll throw my blanket at Zaja.
And I'm just going to wipe the guts all over it. And I'm going to kind of flail around and run towards the books because he said something about books and not really thinking, and go towards the books.
I'm just gonna rip the rug away from where the skeleton is, just kind of to expose it.
Okay. So you go to rip the rug away, and when you look in there, the skeleton is gone.
God damn it!
You just see a mound of dirt.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm gonna look back at the rest of the party. Guys, I don't think we're in the clear yet.
What? What do you mean?
Well, after I kind of snuck off from the rest of you, I investigated this area over here and there was a skeleton. And now there's no skeleton, so I find that to be a little problematic.
Oh. Yeah, it's never a good thing.
Skeleton.
Or no, maybe we freed him.
Either that
Imprisonment
or
by
he's
the
digging
evil rats.
around under the ground.
Are you doing anything with the giant rat, Oliver?
Yes. I want to. I want to start dissecting it.
Okay, so you start to go down and dissect this thing, and you notice that it's pretty cold because of what Ash did, but you notice that there's a slit in the chest because it's laying down on its back. When you go to dissect it, you go to like open the slit, and there's nothing in there.
Like no guts?
No guts. All you see is a skeleton.
Would I'd be able to like infer that they're like undead?
With your cleric death domain, grave cleric, whatever you want to call it, because that's what you are. You can tell with your knowledge as well in the books that it is not undead. And whatever happened to this thing, it was not done cleanly. Like, it's not like a normal dissection like in your school and stuff that you would normally do. Something happened to this thing that just something savage happened to it.
Okay. I'm gonna relate that to the rest of the class. Like, these guys look to have been experimented on these rats. Does anyone want to look at? They have like no guts. It's really fascinating.
And as you say that, the giant rat in front of you, his eyes will twitch, and then he will roll over and stand up and try and bite you.
Rude.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes. Please don't kill me. I'm just an innocent boy.
So the rat that you just like, you literally opened the chest of this thing and it was nothing there, but all of a sudden as you relay it and you look back, the thing has rolled over and is now biting you, and you're gonna take 4 damage. And as it bites you, the blood on your arm where you got bit trickles, and it actually, you see the same thing that Nath was describing, and it like ekes off your arm and down its face, and it goes and gets sucked into its chest. It is now
The rat's
standing.
chest that is open?
Yes.
Do I see where it goes? Like in its chest?
I would say no, because when you opened it, when it rolled over, the like slit closed, essentially. So it's just standing with its arms on its chest now, where the blood is being drawn into. And it is now just sitting there.
So this rat would just bite me like that.
I would say technically he rolled over. Alright.
Alright, does combat like start again?
Yeah, so we will roll it back to Nath.
Oh. I guess I punched the dead rat.
Okay.
I don't see anything. Actually, since it's my turn, I might as well ask now. So when you're dual wielding, you can use a bonus action to attack.
If you have the 2-weapon fighting, yes.
No, 2-weapon fighting is pretty much, it gives you bonus damage, because when you're dual wielding naturally, you don't put your dexterity bonus to the damage if you are doing that.
Yeah, from what I understand, if you're dual wielding, you use both your action and your bonus action to do that.
But
I'm
my
pretty sure you
question is,
need something for...
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Not to just dual
no.
wield, I don't believe.
Well, if you're attacking with the dual wield, I think you need like a feat or something, if I remember correctly.
no, to attack with the feat that you're talking about, pretty much that one only makes it so that you're allowed to dual wield without a light weapon, and you gain bonus AC. That's the only thing the feat does.
Yeah.
Hey Google, turn on Benjamin.
You gain 1 AC.
Oh, see, this is right.
You can use
2-weapon
two
fighting.
Yeah, two-weapon fighting is the one that makes it so that you gain bonus damage to your second attack.
I think that's just being able to add your
No,
ability
that's-
modifier, so it's not a flat roll.
Yeah.
When you're
Ability
okay,
modifier and
when you
damage is
when you
not
take the
like
attack action and attack with a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand, you can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon that you're holding in the other hand. You don't add your
Yeah.
ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack unless the modifier is negative.
Is that what he was saying?
Yeah, from my understanding, you want to attack with the offhand.
So yeah, pretty much since I'm using my fist, these aren't light weapons, but I'm not really using weapons, so I was asking if I can do multiple attacks with my fist.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, sure. Like it's still considered two-weapon fighting, but yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll say no. Just if you want to do it, we'll just say it's one attack. If you want to use both hands for this, because you're just punching.
Oh, so I don't need to use my bonus action?
I'll say no for this instance.
Wait, so you're saying he can only attack once, right? With by using his hands?
Okay, let's clarify. What are you trying to do, Nath?
Okay. I want to throw two punches. And since dual wielding is a thing that I saw that allows you to do two attacks without multi-attack, I was asking if you could throw a punch with a bonus action.
Okay, so I will say then retcon everything that I just said. I will say for now, because you're not a monk or anything, you're just an artificer. It will take your action and bonus action to throw both hands.
Okay. So yeah, I will throw both my punches. Do I get advantage? Actually, no, since it's already dead. Do I have to roll since it's already dead?
Well, you don't know if it's dead.
Oh, okay, well then I guess I'll just roll. Oh, does an 11 hit the dead body?
The 11 does not hit this rat.
Oh. Does a 14 hit the dead body?
14 does, yes.
Okay, I dealt 5 damage.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, technically just 2 damage.
So 2 damage does not does not take it out, but you hit it and you just see the thing take the blow and then just stand straight back up.
Oh, it's back alive.
Wait, it was already back alive.
Well, you said that I couldn't tell if it was dead or not.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, kill it again. And that's the end of my turn.
Alright.
Also, if it wants to attack anybody else, it has disadvantage, but it has normal attack if it wants to kill me.
Well, bringing it back around, it's actually the giant rat's turn. It was next in
nuts.
it. So it will turn to you, Nath, after you hitting it, and it'll take another bite. Wow. Does a 14 hit?
No, it does not. I weave again.
Rolled pretty poopy. Okay. And then when it misses, you guys will hear, yes, yes! And that'll be the end of its turn. So next will be Bosco.
Okie dokie. So I think I will use Toll of the Dead on it as well. How I flavor it is that I take my coin that I use as my spellcasting focus and hit it against my shield, making a loud ringing noise.
Oh, let's go.
So it needs to make that same wisdom saving throw.
I think.
And it's a 1d12 now, right? Because it's damaged.
Yes.
Okay.
It would be considered damaged. And it also fails.
You're 10.
10 damage, alright. So you do this, and then you see the rat slump and then fall to the ground.
I'm not going to trust that, and I'm going to use my spiritual weapon on it and just punt it with the pool cue.
Okay.
21. I'm guessing that
I mean,
hits.
yeah, it's prone. I mean, yeah. Technically, this would be an auto crit.
4. Oh, auto crit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did we decide on brutal criticals or normal criticals?
Yeah, we did.
You just max out
I
one of the
remember
dice.
We talked about it.
Max out one of the dice. So that would be 12 damage.
Okay. And, I mean, how do you want to do this?
I just want to hit it hard as I can with the pool cue and just try to make it slide across the floor.
Okay.
Just go. Pink.
Okay, I'll say for the force of this pool cue, you'll see this body like roll like a ball 10 feet this way. And then it just sits there slumped over on the side.
Is it dead this time?
I don't know. You guys gotta figure that out. Okay. So back to this wonky thing. You guys are free to move about and whatnot.
I'm gonna walk up to the rat and drive my dagger into it, pinning it to the ground.
Okay. Well, I will say when you do that, guys, with your knowledge, you do know that this rat, you're pretty sure this rat is dead. Like, it's not... After watching the pool cue hit this thing across the floor, I'm pretty sure it's dead.
I'm still gonna pin it to the ground just in case it somehow disappears.
Okay.
That was a bit more hectic than I was expecting when it comes to rats.
We are out of initiative.
Bosco, do you see anything back down the hallway?
I guess I'll just peek back down that hallway since he asked.
You look down the hallway and you don't see anything. Just looks exactly the same way you came in.
There ain't shit this way, Captain.
Awesome. Did I hear someone say something about books earlier?
There's a table over there.
I would say by now, Rustic, you would have made it to the table with the books.
I'm gonna look over to Zaja and see that she's at the table and go and join her.
I will join them as well.
You guys, can you give me a perception check, please?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
That's a nat 1.
Continue.
Come on, you
Carl,
rolled like
cough,
16
cough.
nat 20s in a row.
I had 3 nat 20s, and now I gotta get a nat 1. I think it's only fair.
I got 14.
Oh, are you looking? Are you looking around? Are you looking? What are you doing? What are you doing right now?
I wanted to see what the books were, since I'm over there and they were walking to it.
Oh, okay. While you're over there, before they walk over, you see a little book right here. You can't tell what's on it. Like, looking at this small book, it honestly just looks like scribbles. Like, it looks like someone's poor attempt at writing. There's no like language to it or anything. It's just scribbles. But you look at the table, and there's one that's splayed open, and technically this one is closed. Just ignore it because I couldn't find a closed book thing for this. But the one to the left is closed. But this one is sprawled open, and you start to read through, like, this one on the right, and you start to see like hand scratches of like rats and some type of experiment, and you're trying to put things together, but you can't quite figure out exactly what this book is trying to tell you.
Okay.
Can I open the second book?
Yeah, sure. So you go to pick up this book, and you read on the front is it's like wrapped essentially in like a leather. It's like a leather bound journal almost, and it's wrapped up. So you go to pull that off, and you open it up, and it's just images of just like rats being dissected, and like someone was trying to it's like a really poor science class essentially, but it's just images upon images upon images upon images, no words, no notes, just drawings.
So, do I see how the other book is torn up a little bit?
Which book?
The first book, the one that was already open.
I mean, it's pretty tattered. It's not like destroyed or anything. It's got dust, and it looks like it's been down here for a while.
No, I mean the one that Saja was looking at, the one that you said that couldn't tell entirely.
Oh, are you trying to figure out what it says?
Oh, I'm casting mending on it.
Oh, you're casting mending on it. I mean, it looks nicer. Like it wasn't like destroyed or anything. It's just that Zaja couldn't make out her understanding of what's being written in here is not to her knowledge. That's all it is. It's not like the book is like broken or anything.
Well, then can I, try and figure out my knowledge of this?
Sure. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
14?
You're looking at this thing and you're also flipping through it, and you're seeing it almost looks the same. Like you know that there's been notes of like dissecting and trying to figure out what's going on, some type of experiment, but you can't put the puzzle together.
I think whoever owned these books had some sort of rat fetish.
Yeah, probably, but we know another person with a rat fetish, and I grab the book and I say, Oliver, and I toss him the book.
What, because he's an owl, you racist bastard?
So Oliver, Nath turns around and throws you the book, and it like 10 feet, and it lands in the dust.
I walk over, pick it up, and I'll look at it. So it's just, is this the one with the images, or?
No, the one with the images is the one Gaius has right now. So, Oliver, go ahead and give me an investigation check with advantage, please.
Come on, not insight. Just kidding. I'll look at it and be like, yeah, I really don't have any idea what this
do
is
it
about.
with advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Okay.
Yes, because you come from a college of experimentation and stuff.
I think I have a good idea.
You glanced at it, and then you're like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, I look back, like, oh, wait, no.
What did that say again?
Yeah, so you go to say something, and then you're like, wait a minute, and you look back down at the book, and then you start to sift through it. And you notice that this relates back to the school. The things that are being written in here are some of the things that you were taught about experiments and doing things like out in the world that you couldn't normally do in school. And you can tell that whoever wrote this book was trying to bring some type of controlling, intelligent life to these rats. A lot of failures, but a few successes.
I'll go ahead and pocket the book for now. If that's all I can learn from it at this moment. And I'll say, well, it looks like whoever is here could be someone that went to my school. And Witherbloom, the school of Witherbloom.
So
I don't know
you're
if
saying
any
you
of
know the person who did this?
Knowing that we come from the same place, knowing them personally, are two different things.
So
I mean,
you're
they could
admitting to
still-
be a co-conspirator.
And there could also still be a chance you've heard of someone with this kind of reputation with rats.
I'll look at Bosco and I'll be like, what? Are you insinuating I'm working with this person?
What does insinuating mean?
Noted. And I'll turn to Gaius and be like, let me think about it. Would I know of anyone that would study that? Because that's very, like, similar to what I study myself.
Give me just a d20, a natural d20.
Nope.
I would have said like history.
And they're the same thing, so either or.
Fair enough.
I
Well,
got
this
17.
one, it's not recalling people of the past. This is recalling to see if you can put 2 and 2 together from your school. With 17, it's a high roll, but you don't know like exactly who it is or anything. You just know that this is teachings from the school and someone took this almost to an extreme, but you don't know of any name.
I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I don't know who they were. Though their work is fascinating. It's almost like forcing evolution on these creatures.
I mean, they have definitely been showing, well, what I can assume to be increased signs of intelligence for rats.
I got him to dance.
Although I think they're also affecting us by lowering our intelligence.
Hey,
I wasn't talking about you. I'm gonna lean over.
if you're
to
not
Sasha.
feeling great, just let us know. I'm a cleric. I can heal you.
I'll be like, oh, right, and how is everyone feeling?
I'm feeling fine after being attacked earlier, so I don't think I've been poisoned.
I mean, like, how are you also doing with your wounds?
I have no wounds.
I mean, it was just some rats. I don't think it's gonna be something super life-threatening.
Okay.
Rat
So-
comes to life and just burrows into his chest.
As you guys are talking,
I knew it.
2 things. 1, Gaius, can you give me a perception check? And 2, you guys will see a small rat come out of this little hole, and run
Out
over.
of his chest?
Huh?
No, not my chest.
You'll see this rat specifically run over to here, and like pick up the book, and then try and run away. If anyone wants to take a reaction to this, I'll allow it.
Reaction.
I rolled a 10.
Okay.
What would I roll for?
I rolled a 12.
Athletics or?
If one of them don't kill it, I'll make a reaction then.
Oh, we're trying to kill it. Got it.
Well, okay. Let's get intentions first. Nath, what are you trying to do?
I'm punching it.
Okay. Zaja, are you trying
I
to
was
grab it,
gonna
or
try
are
and
you
grab
trying?
the book.
Okay. And Oliver, you're waiting to see what happens.
Yeah, like if none of them can kill it, then I'll do something.
Okay, so I'll say Nath because you hit a 12. What'd you say you rolled the rest of? Oh, you haven't.
Acrobatics or athletics?
This one, if you're trying
I
to
wanna
grab
grab
it,
the book.
it'll be either or. I'll let you choose for this one.
Okay. 22.
Okay. I'll say because that was a high roll. Nath,
Sasha is grabbing a rat?
you go to punch
yeah.
this rat, and you see a trunk get in front of your fist, and essentially pick up this rat who is holding a book, and you make contact with the trunk, but I'll say you won't do damage because you didn't get a full like swing into it.
Well, you should watch out there. I could have done some damage.
And Oliver, you see Zaja grab this rat essentially and pick it up. Zaja, you have a rat that is essentially coddling the book, but it's just looking at you with the book. And Gaius,
I
with
don't think so. It is mine.
Add the rat to your inventory.
And Gaius, you see with that 10, because DC was just 10. You see the skeleton right here.
Right where? I didn't see.
Where you pulled that rug off, you see the skeleton is now here. Like it didn't even disappear or anything.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
So anyways, Zaja, you have a rat with a book now.
I'm going to peel the rat off of the book with my hand and throw it at Bosco.
Pet rat.
The rat or the book?
Pet rat.
Yeah,
The
clear.
rat.
Okay. Are you
Okay,
are you throwing it at him? Okay, you're trying to catch it.
And I'm going to
Yes.
be like, it could be yours, it's yours, you wanted one, Rose. Oh god.
Okay, so you just toss the rat. I won't make you roll anything, but if you're trying to catch it, give me a sleight of hand, or I don't know if this would be
Sleight of
athletic.
hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say acrobatics, but it's
That's
basically
a
the same
7.
thing. Nope, the the rat goes sailing past you,
No!
and with the rat being thrown and past you and then like flying through the air, you'll see it stand up and then just scurry off into the wall.
Did it still have the book, or
No, Zaja has the book.
okay?
I mean, it's a Luxodon pulling a small book from a rat, so there's no like check there. Or
I'm
anything.
going to dive after it and try to grab it out of the hole unsuccessfully.
Well, give me a normal 20, D20.
Pet rat. Remember, you have your inspiration.
Oh my lands, huh?
There's got another 7.
Okay, with that 7, yeah, you go to fit your hand. You can fit your hand in. I mean, these rats are generally pretty big. It's a pretty big hole. So you fit your hand in, and you go to pat around, and you don't feel anything. You can't find the rat. Didn't get there in time.
Seeing that the skeleton is back, I'm going to recall my dagger to its scabbard and walk over to it and examine it.
Okay. Give me a investigation or arcana check.
I'll do arcana. Oh. Yeah, no, there's nothing here. It's just a skeleton. That's a nat 1.
Looks like a skeleton. You're too freaked out about this thing having. You were pretty sure that this thing disappeared, and then having it come back when you double take it. You're too shook by that. You don't know what's going on. It just looks like a skeleton.
Can I take the skull?
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try to take the skull.
The skull does not budge.
I'm gonna try harder.
Does not budge.
Hey, Zaja, you... this isn't about your size, but you look pretty strong. Can you, come and help me with this?
Certainly. What do you want me to do?
I want you to take the head off this guy.
Ooh. Well, I mean, I guess.
At this point, you
So-
would all see the skeleton now.
I'll go over. It's over by Gaius, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like on that platform?
That's
Yeah,
it's a rug that he pulled away.
Rug.
It's technically
Okay.
not there anymore, but I'll just say for the purpose, you like where this line is where the skeleton is. Here, I'll draw.
And then
I'll
the
draw.
rug is draped over the chair.
Got it.
I'll draw a stick figure. Whee! There you go.
Legs.
Alright, the head's on this side, so I'll go
Yeah.
over.
Can I
There.
can I help her by kind of gripping it with her and pulling.
You can certainly try.
So would that be an advantage?
Are you using your hands or your trunk?
I was going to use my hands.
No roll needed. You go to try and budge this thing, and it does not move.
Oof. Oof. It doesn't seem to move. How about an arm? And I'll use my trunk to move an arm.
The skeletal arm that is sticking out, because it's technically like half in the dirt right now. The skeletal arm does not budge.
Oof.
I'm gonna kind of knock on the skull. Anyone home? Is this thing sentient?
Sounds like bone. No response.
Thought so. Who's the smarter one? Oliver, can you come here? Quick.
Who's the smarter one?
Whoa, my intelligence is not high. I'm wise.
It's more like because I know you have that like experiment stuff. You do stuff with you've been doing stuff with bodies, so I think you would have more of a better insight into what could be causing this kind of stuff.
He knows I'm educated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll walk over to him. I'll tell Ash to come along. She said she'll follow. They go through.
This skeleton, it should just be able to come apart, right?
Yeah, unless it's like magical.
Okay, yeah, I think it's magical. Can you do a little something on it? I don't know this kind of stuff. I only know how to make corpses.
You kill something.
Shut up. How? Try to take the head off, or just any body part.
I will give myself guidance, and can I do a medicine check on it?
Sure. What are you trying to look for?
So I'm trying to see like
Move over
if
here
this
to
thing,
conclude.
essentially, if this thing's like undead, would that be a medicine check?
I think that'd be like.
Or like at the very least, if it's like
I will say for your
anything-
sake, you can either do Arcana, Medicine, or Nature. Any one of the three.
Okay, I'll definitely do medicine.
And then I
So
also need
that's-
you to give me a perception check on a separate note.
Okay. I got 17 on the medicine check, and then on the perception check, I got a nat 20.
Cool. It's like it's meant to be. Perfect. So with that, you look at this body closely, and you're trying to put two and two together. The cogs are turning, and you notice that on the rib cage, a couple of them are missing. And with that sparks in your head. Oh, hey, that's right. We ran into one of those earlier. So you go through your pockets or your satchel, whatever you have, and you pull out that bone you found. And you see it humming in your hand right now, next to the skeleton. And I'll just say with the, actually, yeah. You feel it humming. You put two and two together, like something is similar here.
I think that maybe. Sorry, I was gonna try to make a joke. I'll just try to like attach. Is it look like only one rib is missing?
On this one, with the half that is like sticking up, it's like a little bit more than half, but with the half that there's a few ribs missing.
I will put one the rib I have essentially back on and see what happens. Like see if it connects itself, or if I have to, I can use mending on it.
Okay, you won't need to use mending, but as you get close with it, the closer you get with this bone, you feel it start to hum stronger and stronger, and then when you get within a certain space, you feel it like fly out of your hand, and you all watch this bone from Oliver that's holding it fly from his hand, and almost like like when Iron Man calls his armor to put it on, it literally flies from his hand and snaps onto the rib cage, and then you see it just slowly like meld into the rib cage, and then now it's just sitting there where one of them was broken. It looks like nothing ever happened. It just looks like it just reattached itself.
Did you do that?
No.
And the humming stops, by the way. It's now it just looks like a regular skeleton.
Can I try to break it back off?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a natural D20.
That is a 13.
Well, he's.
What's up, Zaja?
I kind of want to say something to the clerics here.
Gaius, you feel like, and the rib breaks, and you now have it in your hand. In your hand, you can feel the same sensation that Oliver had. You feel the humming, but it's like not as strong when he initially put it there. It gives you enough time to pull the bone away from the skeleton.
I'm gonna hand it back to Oliver. Here's your rib back.
Wait, did he take it off the thing?
Yeah, he tried to break the rib back off, and he broke the rib. He's handing you back the same rib that you just put on there.
Is it like humming again?
It's humming, but it's not as strong as when you brought it to it. It's almost like there's a time gap when you pull it away from the skeleton. It's still humming, just not as strong.
Like, I think something will happen if we find all of this thing's ribs.
I feel like we're gonna have to fight something if we put this thing back together.
What makes
Do you think
that?
it's? Do you think it's the guy we are contracted to kill?
I don't.
Well,
were we contracted?
And we just
to kill?
leave it alone and we won, I guess.
You weren't like contracted, but you still have that parchment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, did
were
we ever actually look at it? I don't think we did.
Yeah, Gaius did, and it's like a bounty thing basically. It has it just says reward at the bottom with no actual number. It just says reward and a drawing of like some like humanoid type figure. It looks like some type of hermit or something on there that you don't know what it is exactly. It's just a figure.
I don't think this is who we're looking for, because did anyone else hear that voice earlier after that giant rat went down the first time?
Yes. It sounded like it was far away.
I don't know. I would assume this is what we were looking for. I mean, they wanted some sort of humanoid. The skeleton's humanoid.
It's a little hard to bring them proof, though, if we can't take this thing apart to bring them its head.
Or you could just dig it out.
Anyone got a shovel?
I do not.
Then I don't think we're gonna be able to dig it out.
Well, why don't we find all of its ribs? I think that's a great idea.
Oh yeah, the ribs that were covered in divination magic.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a wonderful idea now, doesn't it?
It does. We'll get to see what happens.
I'm being sarcastic right now.
I know.
Okay.
I'm
gonna
not.
I'm gonna stand up straight and kind of look around the room to see if anything has changed.
Give me a perception check, please.
That is a 13.
Nothing has changed. Rats are still dead. It's a dim room.
Okay, well, I think we should probably move on to the next room. I mean, if you want, you can put that rib back, but I still don't think it's a great idea.
Alright, well, let's take a vote. Who thinks we should put the skeleton back together and see what happens.
I raise my hand.
I'll raise my hand.
All right, we've got 2. Bosco, Ash.
Sure, I'll raise my hand.
All right, let's find out.
If it turns out
Let's-
evil, we can just take its ribs right back out.
That's if
Yeah.
it doesn't reform its entire body.
Oh, don't be so negative. It's for science.
I don't deal with science.
Well, that is a shame. Considering it affects all aspects of your life.
I'm gonna start walking back towards the entrance of the room.
Wait a
I'll be
second. So I know you said it was since we don't have shovels, we can't dig it out, but we can just use our hands. We have 6 people here. We can dig it out, drag it around. We saw that bone flying through it. Maybe once we drag it around the ground, more bones will begin flying.
We still have a target to find, though. We're just gonna waste more time here.
Well, our target is probably the person that was controlling the rats, is my guess. And I doubt, considering what they said, that they really want us to leave alive.
Let me see the flyer or whatever, our target, so that I could see what they look like in the first place.
I'll take it out of my pocket and toss it to him.
Does this guy's bone structure, even though it's a painting, look similar to the skeleton?
My goodness.
I mean, with the drawing, you honestly can't tell. It's the drawing is so like,
Crude.
yeah, it's weird. Like you can make out the figure, but bone structure and stuff, any specificities or anything, you can't line it up. It's a poor man's bounty.
I'm gonna be completely honest. This artwork is utter crap. If we do find this guy, I don't think we're gonna be able to tell.
I feel like first person we find alive down here that isn't us might be that person. Or someone who's covered in rats.
Exactly. So let's just. We already voted. We're already all together. Let's get all the ribs. See what happens.
Okay, let's
A
move to
little
looking for the
fight
person
will
of
be
priority.
easy.
Wait, was that Nath?
Oh, I didn't hear Zasha. I'd rather hear what Zasha said first.
I say, even if we don't kill him, a little fight would be easy. Subdue him, fight him.
I guess that's true.
Well,
But
I'm gonna start looking for ribs.
just in case this guy does come alive,
Do a
while we're
perception
gone-
check, please.
Oh.
Continue, Nath.
15. Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna cast snare around this skeleton.
Gonna cast snare.
Can I also use a
Yeah,
guidance
snare.
with that roll?
Yeah, of course.
If you want, I can tell you what it does. As you cast the spell, you use rope to create a circle within a 5-foot radius on the ground or floor. When you finish casting, the rope disappears and circle becomes a magical trap. The trap is nearly invisible, requiring a successful intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC to be discerned. The trap triggers a small, medium, or large creature moves when a small, medium, or large creature moves onto the ground or floor in the spell's radius. The creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or become magically hoisted into the air, leaving it hanging upside down 3 feet above the ground or floor, and the creature is restrained there until the spell ends. A restrained creature can make a dexterity saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. Alternatively, the creature or someone else can reach, or someone else who can reach it can use an action to make an intelligence arcana check against your spell save DC. On a success, the restrained effect ends.
Okay. how you said it's a 5-foot radius?
Uh-huh.
So I'm assuming you want to center it on the skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to do the snare thing, and you see the radius come out. You see the rope hit the ground. You're like, all right, we're good. And then all of a sudden, you just see it. You see it just like wisp away, like into the wind.
What? My magic. Oh wait, no, not my magic. My rope.
And for that, you do not need to burn a spell slot. It actually comes back. And
I got 16
Oliver,
for the perception.
with your 16, you now know what you're looking for. So you're kind of keening into it, and you see off to the left over here, you see a white stick sticking out. You're pretty sure that's it.
What's on over?
Okay.
I would have kept walking towards the exit of the room.
Want to check after my spell disappears?
Okay, so Gaius is walking away. Oliver, you walk up to the stick that is sticking out. What do you do?
Is it a rib?
From what you look like, it's just a white stick right now sticking out of the ground.
I'll pick it up.
Okay. You go to touch it, and yeah, feels like bone. You go to pull on it, and you can feel the weight, like it's buried. It's not like held fast, but you know that there's something underneath the dirt.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just continue to pull it out then.
Okay, that'll take a minute. Nath, what were you doing?
Make an Arcana check after my spell dissipated.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a nat 20.
What is going on tonight, guys? Jesus.
We're really going sicko mode with it.
So with that, something doesn't make sense here. You know it should have worked. You know that Zaja and Gaius tried moving this thing, it didn't budge, and you put a snare on it and it dissipated, but you got your spell slot back. And with that, you don't know of any normal person that can do that. So you go to check the ground, and you put your hand on the ground, and it feels warm. It's almost like a light, like embers underground, essentially. Like there's a warmth to the ground, and you go to like dig, and you can't. It's solid, and you like hit it, and you're tink tink. It's weird. With a nat 20, you can tell that there's something otherworldly going on in this area. But as you like essentially trace your finger with it, there's a certain amount of space, and then your finger, it goes from like the solid like metal feel to just dirt, and your finger sinks into the dirt. It's like a cutoff point.
Okay, I begin digging around there.
Okay. As you dig and dig and dig, you'll see that like there's like the flat where your finger hit, there's like an edge, and it goes down into the ground. And it'll take a minute if you continue to dig.
I'll take a minute. I'll ask Ash to help me.
You guys see Oliver off to the side digging up like some white stick or something. Nath and Ash is now digging in the dirt for some reason. And Gaius is walking away. Okay. No one's doing anything. Time passes. Gaius, at this point, do you leave the room? Do you turn back? What do you do?
Yeah, I would leave the room.
Okay. Gaius leaves the room. I would say by now, Oliver, you have digged enough to see that this in the ground is a rib cage. You're trying to dig out a rib cage at this point.
Is it like, does it even hum at all?
Nope.
Does this like just like looking at the two rib cages look anything like the rib cage that I was with before?
You can tell bone structure wise it's fairly similar.
Is it like almost pulled out, or am I not even close?
I would say by now it's like halfway. It's kind of weird though because some of the ribs are already broken. So you're kind of guesstimating at this point where you're at, and you would say maybe like halfway.
I'll just see if the ribs come off easily, and if they do, I'll just take it off and come take it over to the other rib.
Give me a D6, please.
Oh, you want a D6? Boom, max roll.
Zaja and Bosco, is there anything you want to do?
The unexpected.
I don't know. I'd probably just be watching.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 6.
I'm mostly watching in case something comes to life and I need to smite it.
Okay.
You're not the paladin here. That's Ash.
Zaja, are you
I'm
doing
also a
anything?
cleric.
Ash, did you want to do anything?
No.
Okay. So with the 6, you you do break off one of the ribs, that is showing right now. So you have another rib in your hand.
Okay. I'll take it over and I'll just see if it connects to the other one.
You bring it over, and yep, it does start humming, and the other one that you have in your pocket or satchel starts humming as well.
How many ribs do I see missing from it?
From the top half, you're looking at 3. There's 3 missing ribs.
I'll go get one more rib and bring it over, pull it off, and then bring it over, or try to pull it off.
Okay, you go back and you pull another rib, and you come back, and it's not humming.
I'll look at the bone. I'm a little confused, but I'll just, take it back over to the skeleton that I pulled it from, and I'll use mending to reattach it, and then I will look for a different bone somewhere else.
You go to use mending, and it does not work. The bone, you put the bone on there, and you cast mending, and you think it worked, and as soon as you let go of the bone, it just ting falls onto the ground.
Okay, then I will just leave it, and I'll try to find another skeleton.
Okay, and while you do that, Nath and Ash, while you're digging, you've been digging for a while. You get to a point where the dirt starts to go under this like shape, and you notice that the solid in front of you guys is almost like a disc shape, like it wraps like a diameter into the dirt. You start to dig a little bit more underneath, and the dirt just goes under like a flat surface.
Scout, I noticed something. I should have mentioned this earlier, but the surrounding area of this skeleton appears to be completely solid. I began digging and I asked Ash to help me, and it appears it's like a disc-like thing. And I know everyone else didn't want to help dig, so I'm gonna ask, do you two think you could help me dig?
Ooh, all right, I can help too.
Did you ask Ash to help too?
Ash is already digging.
Yeah.
Oh.
What does Zaja say?
Sure. I guess I can help in.
All right. At that point, you four start digging, and we could stop here if you would like.